page 574, it says there we're supposed to solve triangle ABC if we know angle A is 36 and side B is 50. Side B is 50, angle A is 36 degrees.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What does it mean to solve a triangle?
Get all the sides.
Well, it means get all the sides, A equals, B equals, C equals, but it also means find all the angles. So when they say solve a triangle, what they're actually asking you to do is find everything. All three sides, all three angles. And keep in mind, you're given a few things, right? Angle A is 36, and side B is 50. You know one other thing too.
Angle C is 90.
Right, I've got a right angle. Angle C would be 90 degrees.
So then angle B is
180
54.
Right. You can get angle B easily, just do 180 minus 90 minus 36. Is that 54?
Yes.
All right, so that takes care of the angles. That one's fairly simple for this problem. Now we need the sides. And if you knew two of them, you could use Pythagorean, but we only know one. So you're going to have to pick which one you want to solve for first. There's a lot of choosing in this, and we have to choose what side we want to find first. I like to find A first, so I'm going to circle it. And if I'm going to solve for A, the other one that I know is B. And we're going to use sine, cosine, and tangent, sine or cosine or tangent, based on which angle. We can pick whatever angle we want to use. It doesn't matter. But then we have to label our sides accordingly. If you choose 54 as your angle, this one is going to be the opposite, and this one will be the adjacent. I don't like to pick the one that's up there for some reason. I like to choose the one that's down here. I'm not sure why. But that's the one I'm going to choose. And the angle you choose will determine how your sides are labeled, right?
Yeah.
So if I choose this, then what's this side?
Oh.
That's the opposite. What's this one? Right. And obviously the hypotenuse will be the same no matter what. So we're looking for side A, and we know side B. We're looking for the opposite, and we know the adjacent. Here's where you have to do a little bit of work over there and look and see which one. If I'm looking for opposite and I know adjacent, which function uses opposite and adjacent? Tangent, right? And I like to write it down. Tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent, and then plug in what you know. So what's the angle? Tangent theta. Oops. What is theta? We know it.
36.
It is 36. So tangent of 36 equals, what's the opposite side? A over 50.
So 50 divided by A.
Well, no, first we're going to find what is the tangent of 36. So on your calculator, and I would not round it either. Do you get 0.726542528? And then I would put this over 1, multiply this way, and then multiply, so times 50. And I believe the book says round the to the nearest tenth, so 0.3-ish. So A is 36.3. Side A right here is 36.3. Side A right here is 36.3. Now would you agree side C is going to be really easy to find?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm even going to do that. You're going to use the A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We're looking for the C squared. The A squared, that's 36.3. And the B squared, that's 50. And you can go from there. Right? right?
Right.
Right. Anybody with questions on that one? Anybody with questions on that
How
one?
do we get the square root of 3,860?
Hit the square root.
Hit the square root key.
Would you get like,
I can't.
Then you're gonna have to write it down and then do the square root thing first.
61.
All right, look up here. I want you to solve this triangle if A is 5 and B is 12. Solve it. That means when we're all done, we're going to have side A, side B, side C, angle A, angle B, angle C. Well, I already have A and B. Yes, Cam?
C equals 13.
How did you get that?
it's like one of those,
A squared.
It is one of those perfect square, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You can plug that in, 5 squared and 12 squared, and it's 25 and 144.
160.
And so it's 169, and if you square root it,
13.
I get C equals 13. So now I know all three sides. I also know one of the angles,
C is 90.
right? C is 90 degrees. The problem with this one, well, if I knew one more of them, I could do 180, take away those, and get the third one. But I don't. I only know the 90 degree. So you're going to have to pick which one you want to solve for first. If you pick B, then this is going to be the opposite, adjacent, oops, and we already know this is 13. I don't like to do the one way up there. I like to do the one down here for some reason. So I'm going to pick angle A, and that's the one I'm going to solve for. If that's the one you're going to solve for, that's the one you need to label the sides according to. So if I choose this one, A is the opposite, B is the,
adjacent,
and obviously the hypotenuse is not going to change. Since I know all of the sides, you pretty much could use any function you want. However, I'd like to point out one thing. This was given to us. This was given to us. This was calculated by us.
So we should.
Is this given one ever going to be wrong?
No.
Is this one going to be wrong? It was given.
No.
But there's a possibility this one could be wrong. And if you use the wrong one, if you pick a function that uses hypotenuse and it's wrong, then all the rest of your answers are going to be wrong too. So when possible, pick values that were given rather than values you worked out, right? So I would use opposite and adjacent. Which function is that? Tangent. So the tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. So in this case, the tangent of A equals, what's the opposite side?
5.
Over. So you're going to have to divide that out. Tangent of A equals 5 divided by 12, I think, 0.41. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Don't round it. Now, remember inverse log, second log? Now we're going to do inverse tangent or second tangent, whatever order you did. So second tangent of 0.41666666. I'm going to keep going for a bunch. And I get this.
22.6.
That's what I get. 22.6 degrees for A over here. And then, would you agree B is going to be easy? So 180, take away 90, take away 22.6, what would that be? 4, 7, 6? 67.4. And so there they are, all the sides, all the angles. But, well, first you have questions, yes?
How did you get to 22.6?
You have to do inverse, tangent, or second. It's not over here. If it was over here, you would just hit the, shh. If it was over here, you would just hit the tangent key, right? But when it's over here, you have to do either inverse, tangent, or second. Whatever you did for the log one, whatever order you did when you did inverse or second for the log, that's how you're gonna do it here, only with the tangent button instead of the log. Okay? How about other questions? And like I said, it doesn't really matter. If you want to choose B as your angle. But then this is going to be opposite, and that one will be adjacent. Your answers will still all come out the same, but the sides, it'll just be a little bit different. And there's going to be a little bit of thinking involved in these. You're going to have to think, what sides do I know? What function do I need to use? You know, a little bit more thinking than usual. Any questions? Are there any questions?
Negative.
Does anyone have a question? I'm on page 577.